Have you ever been on a date where you feel like you've known them your entire life, even though you've just talked for a few hours? Well, chances are you have had past lives with that person. And that's what I'll go over today. 3 signs that you've met somebody who you have shared past lives with. When I met my twin flames, there were so many synchronicities around meeting him, before meeting him, during meeting him, and after meeting him. Before meeting him, he was dreaming about me. He had several dreams about me before he had even seen my face. And he was together with, his current girlfriend at the time. So he was super confused, waking up from that dream and being like, oh, wait, this is my reality. So who was this girl in this crazy, soul connection dream that I had? So when he found me on Instagram, he recognized me and he reached out to me. And during meeting him, there were so many angel numbers, like 1111, that I kept seeing as a confirmation from the universe that, this was a special somebody for me. So I went into a rabbit hole of researching past lives and soul connections. And it was really interesting what the books had in common. What these past life regressions, hypnosis sessions, all had in common when they interviewed their subjects is that our souls come in soul groups. So there are certain souls who are in a similar vibration to you. Your twin flame has the exact same vibration as you. And then you have soulmates who have many numbers. If you're imagining like a barcode, like lots of numbers, right? And they would have just like a little bit different at the end. So if you ever been on a date where everything looked perfect on paper, you were super attracted to them, they had the same hobbies as you, and you didn't understand why it didn't work out, well, chances are that you two are not in the same soul group. And that is why the attraction or the connection wasn't quite there, even though it should have been on paper. So if somebody dumps you, don't take it personally. They're probably just not from your soul group. People who are in your soul group, you will reincarnate together and support each other, and often you will be each other's romantic partners. So without further ado, here are 3 signs that you've met somebody who you've shared past lives with. Sign number 1 is that you felt an instant connection. It wasn't a connection that grew with time. And you feel like you can be the authentic you. You can be goofy, you can be playful. When I met my twin flame, I was like running around barefoot in the sand and we were just doing tricks and just being really playful. And I had never done that on a first date ever. So the conversation really flows, you can be funny. And so it's not one of those dates that we've all been on where you have to hold back parts of yourself. Like you try to be funny, they don't get your joke, it's awkward, and you have to kind of be serious because you're not like vibing and able to be your authentic self with each other. That's probably not somebody who you've shared past lives with or who is a soulmate or twin flame. Sign number 2 is that they feel like home. You feel safe with them. And that's because you are in the same soul group. So it's that familiarity. You've literally spent several lifetimes together. So yes, you might have just met in this lifetime, but you have already been friends or lovers in several past lives. Sign number 3 is that this person, this soul, triggers you to grow. I've been together with my twin flame for over 5 years now, and I am a completely different person than I was 5 years ago when I first met him. And unfortunately, this can get messy. It often leads to arguments because shadows, ego issues comes up to get dealt with, and that often leads to arguments, conflicts. But afterwards, you grow stronger. With surface level relationships with people you've never met before, if you get into an argument, usually this keeps coming up over and over again, and you just end up having to end it with them. While with soul connections, you will grow stronger usually if you actually face these lessons, if you actually look within and think, what am I supposed to learn from this? And of course, it requires you both to do this, and it can lead to breakups if one of you is hesitant to learn the lesson. Let me know in the comments if you think you've shared a life with somebody. I'd love to hear your story. I love you so much.